I'm not going to tell you. Oh, we've got 7 viewers already. Blimey.
Right.
We're live.
But yes.
Hello?
But yeah, seriously, it was such a terrible time in my life, really. Oh, did you say we were live? Did you say we were live? Can you tell us in the chat whether or not we're live?
We are. I'm watching it now. Yeah. Hello.
Right. You're watching it now, you narcissist.
I think it cut out there a bit. But hello everyone watching.
Hi.
Welcome to the live stream for tonight, the Subwave Network. Hope you're all alright. Nice to be here on this Sunday. School starts again tomorrow, and I'm gonna fucking throw myself off a balcony. Yeah. How are we all doing? Is there anyone? Oh no. Is this working? It is working. Can people hear us?
So if you want a job doing properly, do it yourself, whatever it is they say.
What? How am I supposed to? There was a bit of a.
2 people watching.
Hang on, it said there were 7 before we started. There were 7 waiting.
Oh. Sorry, there's this weird phasing thing going on, which makes it very difficult for me to hear. So scratch that.
What, on my voice?
Yeah, I just went on the YouTube thing and.
Yeah, that's always a problem. Actually, Angry Pacifist, whilst you're here, I need to experiment. So you can hear that phasing sound on my voice, right? Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now? Can you hear it? Can you hear it now? Is it gone? I think it should have gone by now. Oh, good. There we go. It's because I had 2 audio inputs selected.
Oh, so we can't do our Steve Wright tribute act anymore. I had to open the bruise up and let some of the bruised blood come out to show them, come out to show them, come out to show them. Please, someone tell me you understand what I'm on about.
I don't.
It's a classic piece of minimalist music.
I tell you what, I could put on some background music like I always do.
Yeah, and while you do that, I would like to rant about the final Sarah Jane adventure. Because for those who aren't aware, 5 o'clock this evening on all the Doctor Who platforms, this thing dropped called Farewell Sarah Jane. It's written by Ross T. Davis. It's the final Sarah Jane adventure. And I have mixed views on it. When I first heard, I think, a couple of days ago when they announced it, that it was happening, I immediately thought, well, do we really need... I mean, I had mixed views on it because I thought, on the one hand, it surprised me because they were going to... it's important to pay tribute to Elizabeth Sladen and Sarah Jane because she's the only one who can't be there with us, and her legacy is not, not understated or underrated. I don't think her legacy is overrated. That's what I meant to say.
I think she's overrated, personally.
Well,
as a companion.
I think she's fine. She had that effect on so many people, and for them to want to pay tribute to a real person and a character as well, it was clearly very heartfelt, and I completely understand that. But I thought the story was wrapped up pretty well with the last series, and also the story Goodbye Sarah Jane. That would have worked as a final story, I think.
So I'm trying to. I've got this really emotional Murray Gold music in the background. I'm trying to find something a bit more lighthearted.
What? There's a song called "Have a Nice Day," and it goes, "Have a nice day, have a nice day." That's quite nice. But yeah. I just thought the story wrapped up pretty well with the last series, but if anyone's going to close it off, then Russ T. Davis is the right person to do it, and I trust his judgment. And this dropped, and I saw it about an hour ago, and while I do think the writing's okay, I mean, it's a little bit fan-fiction-y, and I still think it doesn't add anything new. It doesn't tell you anything that you couldn't have speculated upon.
People are joining. Hello. Oh, hello, Tesla. Yeah. Hello, Willogs. Hello, George. Yeah. Nice that you can join us, guys. Sorry I interrupted you then.
That's all right. So we were just talking about Farewell Sarah Jane, and I don't think it really adds anything new. But my quarrel is not really with the writing. My main problem with it is that it doesn't work visually, and I think why not have just done it as a bit of written prose? Although it's nice they got everyone involved, and clearly everyone wanted to pay tribute, and that's what it was all about, really, and I can't fault that, as I say. But it was just the music, and it was trying too hard to be sentimental, I felt, in terms of the production of it. But that's just my opinion, and I appreciate I'm in the minority because a lot of people seem to be enjoying it. But for me, it just didn't really add anything new to the story.
Willogs, I'm trusting you with this moderator role.
Yeah, it was literally just a funeral, and that was it. Although I did like Rani's parting words at the end.
Yeah, I haven't probably watched it yet. George says, is it just me who thinks that we shouldn't have had the episode with Matt Smith for Sarah Jane? It feels nice to have closed it off with 10. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I actually think it was nice, because if we hadn't had that, we would have been saying, oh, it would have been nice to have Sarah Jane with Matt Smith. I'm glad they did do that.
And Joe Grant, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah Jane Adventures is something I need to catch up on because I haven't watched it since it came out, and yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, it's alright. We did find out some crucial details. The story with Sarah Jane and Ace is now officially canon, and Luke is now married.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Clyde had made a film as well, unless I've got that detail wrong.
I can't remember. I didn't properly watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Mixed views on it.
Yeah, I skimmed through it. But I'm sure there's nice meaning behind it, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Sarah Jane Adventures haven't watched since it came out.
Same here. I mean, I did used to watch it up until sort of series 4, but then I kind of drifted away from it.
I recently I recently watched it some illegal place online because it's not on iPlayer for some reason, and I watched the first episode, the Slovene one, and it was actually quite good. I mean, it was written by Gareth Roberts, so
yeah.
Sorry, this music's a bit loud.
Should we take this opportunity to address the whole Gareth Roberts thing that happened last year, or is that not the right time? Because otherwise we'll be sitting here all day and we've only got 8 minutes.
Can do, but like...
I don't know.
Yeah. It's rocky ground for us to step on, especially if it's Cynical Who. George, we had that nice episode of her wedding where she speaks to Ten, it's all emotional and TARDIS, and we get Death of the Doctor just popped in. Yeah, I ought to watch the wedding one again. But yeah, I guess it is sort of like it's like it's sort of, I guess you could say it sort of detracts from like in the end of School Reunion they have that brilliant moment and then she comes back in this. I guess you could make that same comment. They should have made a wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, a 2009 Doctor Who special. I could see that.
So how are people watching tonight, and what did people make of our Series 12 overview?
I don't think anyone watched it, honestly, because we made it so long and it didn't get any views. But
yeah, but how are people watching? I mean, I'm probably in the minority because I'm actually watching on this wonderful contraption. You might not have heard of it. It's called a DVD, digital versatile disc. It's not even the complete 4th series. It's the vanilla disc. It's series 4, episode 4.
Hang on.
Wonderful
Obsessive
cover.
Tesla can't stay. And chat. I'm gonna watch the episode. Only one pair of headphones. So I'm gonna have to run. All right. See you. Thanks for tuning in, even though it was short. Speak soon, by the way.
Yeah. But it's an important cover because instead of people who have the DVD will know, normally on the inside of the DVD there's like a chapter selection listing, but on the inside they don't have that. It's just literally the DVD cover at twice its size.
They do have that, don't they?
Cover. I've had this for 10 years, and I noticed last night the back of it was quite scratched, but it's still playing perfectly, I think. Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, I'm having to watch it on Netflix just because I can't be asked to reach for my DVDs.
Wow. I'm a little bit. It would be easy just to do it BBC iPlayer, but I like physical media, and I'm resisting the conversion to digital for as long as possible. And I have a feeling the iPlayer will probably crash. I have that fear that it'll be slow because everyone will be using it tonight.
Well, we haven't experienced that before, but
this is certainly the biggest watch along we've had to date because we've got David Tennant and Catherine Tate, Freeman Adjman, John Barrowman, Noel Clarke, Russell T Davies, Graham Harper, Nicholas Briggs, Barnaby Edwards, Nicholas Pegg, Andy Pryor, and Neil Gorton all tweeting.
I tell you what, it gave me a hell of a load of tags to put in the tag section.
It's perfectly appropriate given the kind of story we're here for. And I have seen some people say on a certain forum that it's not actually a good story because it's like bright, sugary fun, but the actual plot is a bit stupid. But it's just maybe, I might concede that yes, but it's such fun. I certainly enjoyed this more than Day of the Doctor, weirdly. But
right, yeah. Here we are. Sorry, just See if I can get. There we go. Right. Fantastic. Everything's working okay. Got 5 minutes to go. Anything
Also,
we should...
time for me to have a bit of chocolate then.
Oh,
It's all right, I'm not going away. It's right next to me. So
what chocolate is it?
it's
the key question.
Teasers, like that big bar I had at Christmas.
I'm so
I'm still...
salty. Those are very nice, and I ate mine all in like no time.
Well, this is the thing. You should have pasted it. You know.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Oh yeah, whatever.
Is there anything that you know?
No.
Well,
Let me...
cleared that one up. Though.
I want to see what's going on Twitter, what people are saying.
Probably nothing constructive because it's Twitter.
Well, okay. Rani is.
I mean,
trending.
who in their right mind would sign up to Twitter? By the way, guys, follow me on Twitter at mcorpwilliams and.
Yeah, all the links are in the description. Hopefully they still work. Please do tell us if they don't work, because I know we've had that issue before, but...
Well, I mean, you could not tell us, but it'd be a cool joke. And if you're the only
It's
person
probably for
who's
the
in on
best,
the joke,
actually.
it's a bit point, really, if no one else is laughing with you. The whole point of jokes is that other people are with you or at you.
Right. Let's see what people are saying, if people are saying. Noel Clark
I've been looking
is
at
the
this
unsung...
laptop for 8 hours and my eyes hurt now. That's
Oh,
what
honestly,
I'm saying.
Story of my life. Angry Pacifist says Noel Clark is the unsung hero of the Russell's era. Whenever
Yeah.
Russell changed his plans, Noel was always helping out. Also, he rewrote a lot of the Chibnall Torchwood episodes. He did. That's something I found out recently. He wrote a couple of Torchwood. He wrote Combat Series 1 Episode 11. No, not Episode 11. I think it might be Episode 11. The one with Owen and the Weevils. That was an alright episode. I quite enjoyed that. What other ones do you know he wrote Pacifist? Because there's a lot of good Chibnall.
Would it not be quicker to look it up yourself on Wikipedia?
I can't be asked. These are my
Sorry,
slaves.
pacifist.
Yeah. Oh well.
Babe, 3 minutes to go.
I'm afraid that I'm scared that my watching it on Netflix might do something different, because like they cut out a scene from Sound of the Drums, no, Last of the Time Lords, I think, on the Netflix version. So I'm never sure where they actually cut out a scene, because you don't notice. Oh, hang on. He rewrote Fragments and Exit Wounds. Honestly, Fragments is amazing. Maybe he made that episode amazing. I don't know. But yeah, definitely one of the best Tortured episodes. Oh dear, the stream's lagging. Is it back? I think it's back.
Okay.
Sorry if we froze for a second there. Should be okay.
I better get a clock up so we start on exactly
yeah, there's this thing called a laptop. You should be using one right now.
So clock tab. Okay, so it's
37.
Yeah, because I want to start it at exactly 0 minutes past 0 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But the problem is on my laptop, it doesn't really show me the it doesn't show me how many seconds. So
what does everyone think of this finale, by the way? Because I know some people don't like it, i.e. Batman March.
What?
But...
Why do people not like this? How could you not like this?
The end is a bit it's a bit naff.
Well, the ending.
Well, no, not the end. Oh god, I'm getting lots of hate.
Well, the regeneration, the way they resolve that, I concede that.
No,
but,
not that bit, but...
Anyway, it's fine. It's almost time for me to put my DVD out of its misery.
Oh.
It's 28, 29, so 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think we're still streaming. Yeah, good. I thought it broke. Cyberwoman was certainly Chibnall, and it's surprisingly good for him. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, mate. I'm not a massive fan of Cyberwoman. Oh shit! I've just realised it's time for the.
But 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no! It's not up. Oh, it's gone off. It's gone off.
Minus a couple of seconds.
I'm late.
What? It's just...
No.
No, it's minus a couple of seconds late anyway, so...
Right.
I love the way it just plunges you straight into the action. We need to have watched Turn Left before this, but
I rewatched them all quite recently, so it should be fine.
yeah.
God, I need to manage those better. Um, Sorry if you can hear the audio. I try and think I would watch it on iPlayer, but then I like the sound would come through on the live stream, and I wouldn't want to get it claimed. So, I mean, like taken down. Maybe I just like Yanto, honestly, who doesn't pacifist.
I've just realised, you know what we were saying on Rose about the pacing?
Mhm.
Already things are starting to go. Although this opening sequence is quite long, I admit, but
And it is trailing on
certainly,
from the previous story.
I mean,
so.
it's naturally long because there are so many characters, and I think you can't accuse it of being padded out. Certainly.
Never see a milkman these days. Oh, my leg hurts actually. That's the thing.
This is only something that I've realised sort of in the last few years is how neatly it all ties up the Rusty Davies era. Because if you think
Yeah.
the spare hand was there right from Tent's first episode and in series 3, and then it becomes a major part of the plot in series 4, just a little throwaway detail like that might have seemed somewhat silly and innocuous in Christmas Invasion.
I'll tell you what, this is sad, but the most exciting thing about these watch-alongs is what the next one's going to be.
Yeah.
Especially with 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 NAF episodes like The Doctor's Wife. They should have put Tommy Knight's name in the intro.
Why did
they not put it in the a bit afterwards? Because I know they put like Eve Miles and
they put they put Penelope Wilton first off, which kind of spoils the surprise of that. And also does she have less screen time than Luke? I'm not sure, but they certainly don't put Tommy Knight. But I forgot. I thought I was going to say something.
I don't think
but...
Luke is. No, obviously Harry Jones is more of a key character than Luke.
Catherine Tate has just said, "I'm dressed as a bride. Am I watching the right one?" Now, you gotta love Catherine Tate. Something I realised about Series 4 recently. Series 4 contains, I think, David Tennant and Catherine Tate, and I'm not exaggerating here, are probably the best pairing since Morecambe and Wise. And also as well,
it's Torchwood.
But the thing is, two of the funniest moments in TV history happen in Series 4. The first one is Partners in Crime, when the Doctor gets poisoned, and it's like that whole scene where the Donna is trying to work out what the Doctor's miming.
Oh, yeah. It does sort of detract from the moment, I guess.
Oh, apparently the bits with Martha in unit are in Traffic Control Centre in Wales, and here's Elizabeth Sladen, God bless her.
Oh, yeah. Yes, David and Catherine are dynamite, but good. What do you mean by dynamite? Pacifist, I don't get that.
Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. Why didn't they get Alexander Armstrong to do that line for the thing for Farewell Sarah Jane? Jacob Dudman voices Mr. Smith instead. Bernard Cribbins as well.
It was weird because I was watching Come Fly With Me earlier. I was rewatching it just because, why not? And the woman who plays Sylvia Noble's in one of it, and David Williams has to deliver the news that when her dog was in the plane, it got frozen into an ice cube, which is interesting.
Yeah, this opening sequence, I said it was long. It doesn't seem very long at all, but
no, and he looks.
We spent quite a lot of that time talking, to be fair. So
that effect is quite good actually. I've always found the zoom
of the planets.
No, I mean it might be a bit behind, but the
Oh no! I was worried you might be ahead of me. That's all. Planets right. Title sequence has just started, and I still think this is the best one.
Okay, it's just started for me, so we might be a bit.
All right.
I'll tell you what. When it's towards
doesn't
the end,
matter. Everyone's out of sync anyway.
I could press the skip intro.
Oh, look how the things go past so quickly. You can't even read them.
Oh yeah, that is the problem with so many people.
Why not just have them all at once, like the Series 7 titles, where they only appear on one line and the font size is reduced? And
do you mean with Day of the Doctor? Or
no, like just Series 7. You know, the Asylum of the Daleks, for instance, you know the font size of that. Those kind of titles.
No, can't remember those because those
Uh,
titles are awful. um, again, they need to
this is
start
what I mean
arranging.
about Catherine Tate and Dave Tennant being one of the best parents, because it would have been so easy. John Nathan Turner once said in a 1999 interview that the old adage that comedy actors can't do straight stuff and serious stuff is nonsense. In response to the criticism that he did a lot of stunt casting and cast people from light entertainment without really judging them on the part that they were supposed to be playing. But actually, Catherine Tate's the best evidence of that.
Angry Pacifist just says, just start the
Better
names
known
earlier.
for the comedy,
That
but
would have been
absolutely
good.
brilliant with the straight stuff.
I mean,
Trinity Wells here.
What would have been the staple? What would have been the harm in putting their names earlier, like Pacifist said?
Wow.
Well, you can explain that.
Oh,
I'll just be one moment.
Richard Dawkins here.
Oh God, yeah.
He used to have a Doctor Who connection as well because he used to be married to Romana, Lalla Ward.
He was, wasn't he? Hang on, one moment.
Oh, Paul O'Grady. That takes me back.
Right. It seems we have another one of those.
Someone on Twitter, God bless them, took that footage of Yanto laughing, but put Yanto's death on the screen.
Yeah, I've
spoiler
seen
alert,
that.
he dies in Children's
Who did that? Was that?
I actually saw the last 10 minutes of Children on Earth Day 4 the other day, and it's great TV. I haven't seen the rest of the thing, which I think I'm supposed to watch it.
Need to
because
watch it.
I'm a sadist, all right?
It is so good.
Noel Clarke has said, still love this music, and the music does work well.
Again, you might be able to hear some cutlery here. That's because they organised them at 7 o'clock, and I'm going to have to eat my dinner whilst watching this episode, so I'll try not to be as loud this time, but apologies in advance if I am, like Day of the Doctor. But yeah. There we go. Also, I didn't bother to watch Hellbent. I did watch The 11th Hour, that was good, and The Doctor's Wife was abysmal. I really did not like that episode. But yeah.
I'm just looking at all the comments that the cast have put, and they're all just remembering how much fun it was to shoot this, and I can believe that. It's not really a surprise to learn this was fun, and it was like a big reunion party, and they jumped in joy at getting the opportunity to work with people that they'd admired. So Freema Agyeman grew up in a household of people that were fans of Catherine Tate, and then the Dalek movers, the Dalek puppeteers, as it were, loved Liz Sladen and absolutely jumped at the chance to work with her.
Movers. Actually, I'll tell you what.
And that's what would happen in the apocalypse. Actually, I've just realised that's quite dark because he crashed his car into a wall off screen. That thought has just occurred to me in my head. Probably, I didn't hear the noise, but head cannon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this sequence is a bit weird when you're a kid, but it makes immediate sense when you're a teenager.
I don't really know whether I like Rose as much in series 4.
And the thing is, it's just literally the site. They haven't even seen the spaceships yet. It's not even the time to panic because they don't know what they're up against. They've literally just had the earthquake and the planets appear in the sky, and they're immediately, oh god, panic time, without even knowing what they're in. That is the human race.
Uh-huh.
Good old Russell. Nicholas Briggs has just said 40 seconds ago, we're on our way.
Huh? Oh.
Someone, he's really taking the mick out of it. He's just said in quote marks, someone's established an atmospheric plot device. And the thing is, they're all in character as Daleks at times, so... Nicholas Baker said Russell is at the top of his game here, expertly splitting the action and exposition between all these different parties as the tension mounts, and finally setting on Liz Sladen for the big reveal. I mean, that's ingenious, really, because you don't feel like anyone's been sidelined. Wish we could have had all the Sarah Jane team in here, but I had to save money.
David says, am I watching the right one? I'm wearing a long multicoloured scarf and a floppy hat. Right. Well, okay.
I think they're going to be quite quiet. This moment is a great moment.
I actually recreated this music recently for something. I can't tell you what yet, but I did sort of a multi tracked electric guitar version, which was quite fun to do actually.
So yeah, sorry,
Of
I
the
was just
music.
watching this glorious moment of Captain Jack the Immortal going, "There's nothing we can do," and well, he says that in a moment.
Yeah,
And
I
just
mean,
Sarah Jane acting her heart out, and that great music from Murray Gold, and
yeah.
oh, and you put all memories of those Dalek parodies, like the Pakistani Daleks and the gay Daleks, behind you, and
Oh god.
things
Yeah.
that mean business. This is actually one of the best Dalek stories because it takes the Daleks seriously, and
Mhm.
this is I only remembered the other day. This is directed by Graham Harper, one of the best directors this show has ever had. Oh, this moment
Someone's
with the Daleks is such a
asking,
brilliant Dalek moment, and
how do I watch on what app? Whatever, I guess. It's not a particular stream. Everyone's just pressing play. I mean, Max is using the DVD. I'm on Netflix. I mean, you can go to whatever. If you skip 11 minutes in, roughly. Um, sorry if you missed the beginning, but hopefully you should be able to catch up. Sorry about that, mate. Oh, hello, Force Starlick. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all having a good time.
the effects in this are quite good, aren't they?
Um, yeah,
Well, Nicholas
that looks
Briggs has
quite
just
cool.
said exactly what I was trying to say. I love Graham's direction of that first Dalek scene. Lots of movement. It really is like watching a movie.
Hang on.
I
Okay.
remember this shot here of Daleks of the Masters of Earth being a lot more exciting, like the camera pans upwards. But
I'm growing a tail. Be right back. What do you
right.
mean? What do you mean? Oh.
And the thing is, going back to what I was saying earlier about all the plot arcs of the RTD era, this is something that's been built up for ages since the very first episode, and now we finally find out exactly what the Shadow Proclamation is,
Yeah.
and then we find out they have ties with the Jadoon. And I wasn't the sort of person to have fanboy responses, but when we saw the Jadoon, I was like, oh.
Hang on. Right. Yeah.
Catherine's tweeted garlics.
Oh.
Yeah, Catherine.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's such a simple but effective plot, isn't it? It's a load of planets have been stolen to make the ultimate weapon of mass destruction.
Which is the
And,
biggest plot
and that
hole in
is
Doctor Who
literally the
history.
plot, but
No, but the reality bomb.
sorry.
The reality bomb is the
Yeah, that's
biggest
why.
plot hole in Doctor Who history.
Go on.
Back from a bike ride, Doctor Phil's sup. Enjoying ourselves watching Doctor Who. Hope you're joining us, Doctor Falls. It's gonna be fun. Cynical, we can hear you, lol. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, I might have asked that a while ago. Um, the plot hole about the reality bomb, right? So Davros creates this weapon that
Yeah.
will blow up everything just for shits and giggles, right?
Yeah.
And it will blow up all realities and all alternate dimensions.
Yes.
So surely there's an alternate, but the bomb doesn't work, right? So surely there's an alternate dimension where the bomb does work. So it blows up this universe.
Yes, but the parallel worlds after this get sealed off.
So that doesn't matter.
Surely you should know as a Who fan, the worst thing you can do is think about these stories logically.
Yeah, but oh well.
This is just take this for what it is, a nice bit of roller coaster fun.
Yeah. Also, like how it was spread out through the series. This bit about the lost planets.
Yeah,
in Midnight
I was
and
going to
whatnot,
say.
quite cool. Ugh. if you heard that. Oh, bye, Dr. Fools. That was quick. See ya. Sorry if you heard that, guys. That was mashed potato falling off my fork. I hope I'm not grossing you out with my eating sounds. Hopefully it's not. I keep on muting myself just to avoid it.
David Tennant has said that his wife, Georgia, just said, look how young you were. This is going well. Fun fact about this. Graham Harper kept referring to the Supreme Dalek as the Superb, and Barnaby Edwards took it as a note on his performance.
Force Dalek, that's a good idea. What if, right, spurred on by your comment, what if the sun is the reality bomb, right?
Oh, that would be...
So in End of the World, it's not the sun expanding, it's the fucking reality bomb going off. How's that for continuity?
Oh, I've just had a brilliant idea. What if the reality bomb was the Vipod Moor in Slipback? Like the audio adventure?
What?
Actually,
that's so obscure.
And it caused the Big Bang. That'd be a brilliant plot twist. What if the bomb actually went off? I love that shot there of the laser gun, by the way. But it was a brilliant, the bomb goes off, but it causes the Big Bang. So this weapon that's supposed to get rid of all life inadvertently creates all life. That would be a brilliant plot twist, wouldn't it? That would be a laugh.
Or it could be, I don't know.
Nicholas Pegg has said in this episode, the Daleks spend a lot of time bursting into various global installations and exterminating everyone. In practice, this meant a lot of waiting around during night shoots and finally doing our bit at 5:30 in the morning. Much coffee was consumed.
More sugar. I've just realised our next commentary that comes out is the Dalek one for next Thursday.
No, haven't we got World
War
III?
Oh, for God's sake. Dr. Falls has just said, Max, your link doesn't work in Cynical's description. Why does it not work all the time? Right?
No, it doesn't work.
Why not? Alright, I'll go onto your channel. By the way, guys, Max's channel, his name is an anagram on that, just to clear up. His name's not actually Liam.
Right, you want me to go on the channel and copy the link to you? And
No, I've got it here. Does that work, Dr. Falls? Please tell me, because...
You'll like it.
Apart from episode 5, don't watch that. You can watch the second half, but... Right.
Oh.
I've just noticed that during this watch through, Thary's on his Discord, it says he's playing Minecraft right now, so that's...
Yeah.
Excellent.
He really has left the world of Doctor Who behind, hasn't he?
I actually asked him asked him if he wanted to come onto this stream and do it with us, but he just says he can't be bothered anymore with Doctor Who. So,
the
reality bomb imploded and created a planet. However, it was in the middle of space. It cooled down and became a snowy meaning.
Yeah. That's fascinating. Here's another plot arc that got resolved here: Dalek Khan and the Cult of Skaro. That kind of formed a loose trilogy, didn't it?
In what?
Well, the Cult of Skaro that appear in Doomsday, and then they appear in Daleks in Manhattan. Lovely shot there. And then Dalek Khan carried on from Daleks in Manhattan and appears here. But one of the things that struck me is just how much they didn't hold anything back. So we knew Davros was coming back because he appears in the trailers, albeit in silhouette form. And we knew the Daleks were coming back. Things that would have made great surprises on transmission. But of course, you kind of wouldn't be able to promote the episode.
Force Dalek says, Tharis is too cool for Doctor Who.
Wow.
What commentaries were you thinking of making, Dr. Fools? I'd be interested to see those.
This might be a bit inconvenient, but I really need to go get a drink because I'm parched. I'll be back in a sec.
That's fair enough. I've almost come to the end of my Dr. Pepper, so... Right. Best head over to Twitter and see what's going on. It's going to be okay. Julian Bleach, the Davros. Not the best Davros personally, but he's come back to do Big Finish. No, he hasn't come back to do Big Finish. That's a lie. He has no, he's not the best. I think Terry Malloy's the best Davros personally. And then probably, I always get this mixed up. One's David Goodison, and the other one is I can't remember, but they're all very decent, I'd say. Um, yeah. For Starlick, can I join the stream? You can do. I'll have to see. Maybe later on. I mean, there's going to be a 15-minute break. In between the episodes, maybe we can do something in that time.
See,
You back?
this is what I find quite weird about the 15-minute break is because, of course, you had a whole week between the two programs, and of course, it was a week of torture because of all the speculation. I won't spoil it, but it was just the whole media guessing, and we just condensed all that into 15 minutes. But apparently, there's going to be a few surprises.
Yeah, there is. I don't know whether we'll do this as like, I guess you could call it open mic thing at the end.
Well,
yeah. I mean, if we wanted to, I don't know how apt we are for time. Yeah.
well,
for
I was just going to be here for the episodes and then go because I've spent enough time on laptop screens, to be honest with you. And it's nothing personal. I just can't stand you folks.
You're welcome. So I'm not allowed on with the episodes. You are, if you really want. I mean, I can get you on here if you want for Starlick. Sure. Love to see. Angry Pacifist. Oh, I'm up for open mic. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. The majority. The thing is that all the people that come on for the open mic thing are already watching, so we'll have no viewers. We did that for the Day of the Doctor one. It's good fun. I can see if I can set it up. I'll see if I can set it up on my server. Actually, no, I won't. If you desperately want to join, I can add you to this group chat. We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see how the night goes.
I love this scene here with the Daleks.
Oh yeah.
This is why I say the reality of the Daleks really becomes this here. Now, this scene here is apparently a request from, but this was Bernard Cribbin's idea, the whole thing with the paint gun.
It's excellent.
Yeah. But the thing I love about it is the line, "My vision is not impaired." I like that nice twist. On the scene, oh god, where they
Stop
try.
teasing now. We can give your ears a rest.
They try to run, but he throws a brick, the idiot. It's no, yeah, and you know what's about to happen.
It's like, oh shit. Why would you? Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they survived that.
Your mic glitched out then. You sounded really strange. Sorry, I was looking on Twitter. Miles Taylor says it's for the best that the original Shadow Proclamation scenes were cut down. As fun as it would have been to have seen Crittertame flying about, a Margaret Leslie cameo, and Midshipman Frame returning.
Yeah, this.
What was that about?
In the writer's tale, he talks about it. He was obsessed with Midshipman Frame, and he keeps joking about trying to pull Russell Tovey and having a crush on him. And he wanted the character to come back, and he was talking about the character coming back as a companion and getting them killed off, but he decided it was just too many people, and they would only have, as it were, they only had about 2 lines each, and he was finding it quite hard to balance them all, and he thought it was a bit too extraneous having Margaret Slovene. But of course, the embarrassing thing is, it was originally they were going to be like cages, and there was a Slovene in there, and the little kiddie Slovene with Margaret's voice.
Oh my god!
But
because
the stupid thing is, she was cut, but Annette Badland had already recorded her lie.
Oh, I'd like to see that maybe turn into like an animation at some point if they had.
Yeah, I always found Jackie King's behaviour a bit weird, where she's just in complete denial about Donna.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming up to the Subwave, the infamous Subwave network scene, which inspired this entire hashtag. Hang on, let's have a look. Is this the first time a kid dies in an episode?
What, of Doctor Who?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean...
Well, I'm sure the Daleks have killed loads of kids off screen.
I mean, Doomsday. Like,
Yeah.
let me think. There's got to be some. Obviously, kids have died in Doctor Who before. What are you saying? I don't know whether you mean new series. Um, but yeah. No, there's the Blue Peter winner who died in the series 3 finale. What?
This is one of the most underrated pieces from Murray Gold music.
What do you mean, Blue Peter winner, angry pacifist? I'm not sure quite what you mean. I don't know about the only Blue Peter winner I know is Channel Pup, so and that's a whole different story. Um, yeah, but do let
All
me
the
know.
Torchwood characters are utterly resigned here, but the glorious thing about watching this is you don't even know. They don't even know what's about to hit them for the following year. They think this is bad, but Children of Earth is going to be even worse for them. Ha 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 ha
Oh,
ha.
honestly, you need to get on Torchwood, mate. Honestly, it's excellent. I'm wondering what things we can do in the. Uh oh.
It's all working perfectly.
It's back again. I think we crashed there. Sorry, guys. Just wondering. I've for the sake of the viewers here, I know I've already explained this to you. I've got the 13th Doctor action figure here, the new purple jumper version. That was a big sigh from you. Is that a reaction to it? If you guys, I'll see what I can do with the camera. But if you guys would like me to unbox this live, I can see what I can do. But yeah, I mean, I'm either planning to do it in a video soon, but I guess to fill that 15-minute gap, I could do it here. So, you know, the Blue Peter winner who played the Stars Are Made of Diamonds kid, he died as a Toclafane. Did he die? He did. Maybe he did. That's also the kid who was in Tracer Beaker, wasn't he? I didn't know he was a Blue Peter winner. That's interesting. Thanks for that.
I was just Russ T Davis was saying that he toyed with all sorts of characters, having run the Subway Wave Network instead of Harriet Jones. He toyed with various ideas. So Elton from Love and Monsters,
Oh, that would have been excellent.
an old Doctor Who companion appearing out of the blue. So Polly running it from India, or Tegan. At one point, when Catherine had shot the runaway bride, but before she agreed to come back for series 4, it could have been Donna.
Polly.
Yeah, and
You,
Donna.
you mean Polly
You
from
know,
the classic series from
yeah,
season 4? That would have
yeah,
been insane.
yeah.
Wow.
And it was originally going to be Harriet, and then Russell thought that Donna could appear, having not been seen since Christmas 2006, the fastest temp in Chiswick running the network. It makes perfect sense. And what a surprise return. That would have been good. But then Phil Jr. and Russell had lunch, and Phil begged for it to be Harriet. He was always sad at her fate in the Christmas invasion and wanted redemption. I didn't tell them Harriet would then have to die. Ha ha. But Phil Constant was absolutely distraught on the day and has always maintained since that actually she didn't die, and we never see that. And there's an illustration in the book Now We Are 600 that was written by James Goss, but it was a collection of poetry. And Russell did the illustrations, and there's an illustration with Harriet Jones going through a trapdoor, and the Dark's
Yeah,
wondering
yeah,
where,
you told me about that, yeah.
she lands on a motorbike and goes off to safety.
Oh dear.
And Harriet's cottage is not a studio set, but it's a real cottage. She spent the whole night acting away to a blank screen.
What? Oh.
What's that?
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand what you said, but I think I get what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, and then nod to Mr. Copper.
Oh yeah, excellent.
So many little nods to previous RTD episodes.
Mhm.
Oh, this is fun.
What do you think works better as a send off for the RTD era? This or End of Time?
That's a tough one.
I think the End of Time gets a bit fan wanky towards the end, but so does this one.
Mm.
I think we had Stolen Earth to do all the goodbyes and whatnot.
It's
And
quite a thin line.
They go back and do it again in the End of Time.
And to be fair, Russell, as we saw earlier with Farewell Sarah Jane, can be that sort of fan fiction writer. But I think The Stolen Earth is probably the better story. Well, more enjoyable. But I do like the End of Time.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I
I don't
think
really like the 10th
it
Doctor's
was the best.
characterization in it though.
The End of Time was the better regeneration story because it had the right sense of scale. Although, yeah, there was some weird characterization. But if you read the writer's tale, that's the plan from the start because Russell thought it would be quite interesting. But I think this is a nicer summary of the RTD era to answer your question.
Yes. I mean,
Um,
it would have been nice to see Torchwood and getting more involved, but you know, you can't. There was just
yeah,
been too much, I think.
yeah. But the thing is, with the End of Time, a lot of people moan about that last 10, 20 minutes.
Yes.
And I think you might be, some people might be looking at their watch, I can see, but I always thought that was quite nice rounding off of an era, really. I always quite liked it.
Angry Pacifist says the end of time because
Seriously.
the Doctor saved Luke's life. That's really important. Don't worry, I'm being silly. Yeah, that is a bit of a strange moment. Like he just stops Luke from getting run over and then walks off. It's like, come on. I mean, it's okay, but like,
Noel Clark has just said, God, Rose is moody.
yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, oh god, I need to. Speaking of that, pacifist rather, I need to watch the wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, because it just needs to happen.
Oh, yes. The Doctor's phone number appears here
Does it?
in a moment. Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, that shot there. And apparently there was a surge in demand for that number. But it turns out it isn't even a real number. It's just a number that Ofcom reserved for the purposes of it appearing in TV programs.
Rose is such a mood.
I'm trying to find the bit here where it says about it. Oh, there's so many notes here. Oh yeah, so the number is reserved by Ofcom for dramatic purposes. Approximately 2,500 viewers attempted to call the number after transmission and received a network message explaining the number was not in service. Ofcom consequently released a statement saying the calls were free because the number didn't exist. But that was actually quite nice because the Doctor had just been shot after that before that episode. So, yeah. That was actually quite appropriate and fitting, thinking about it now.
Yeah, the music is excellent.
Yeah. Graham Harper is saying it's very pacey. Very apt. No one films action as well as Graham Harper. It's so clear, not a frame wasted, according to Barnaby Edwards. Yeah. Of course, this isn't his first Dalek story. He did Revelation of the Daleks back in 1980, which is
very
great.
Very excellent story.
But that wasn't a very good Dalek story, so I pointed out in my Resurrection of the Daleks review because the Daleks are somewhat sidelined.
We need to review that one at some point, I think.
Well, I think I've said all I need to say about it already. It's really good, but
yeah, guys, in case you were wondering, I guess you guys could. I
love the red
episodes
mood lighting on the TARDIS here, by the way. Go on.
Oh, I've never noticed that before. Yeah, if you guys, I mean, you can request if there's a story you particularly want us to review. I guess we can see what we do. But for upcoming content, I'm writing a video about the 13th Doctor. I won't say any more because I don't want to get death threats.
He's committed blasphemy.
You'll have to wait and see what's going to go down. Underwater Menace review. Thinking of maybe doing something like that. I've got time-lapse bits and pieces to come out, but yeah. Maybe a collection update because I've got a lot of Big Finish stuff. Oh, Angry Pacifist says, I think this is the same number as in the Sarah Jane episode Invasion of the Bane. Because I'm thinking of the line calling the Bane. But if you say that, Max, then if it was used for TV, then I'm guessing it probably must have been.
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
Yeah, so a couple of tweets I've just noticed. So Barnaby Edwards said when Julian Bleach first came on set as Davros in his amazing makeup, he said, I'd just like to say, darlings, that I'm not nearly so pissed off as I look. But oh my god.
That's just it, isn't it? Turn left is trending on Twitter.
Oh,
I love this. I love this
oh,
so
so
much.
more so than Subwave Network. And Graham Harper is tweeting, but in reference to certain scenes, he's just tweeted, "So am I," clearly in reference to a certain scene. But of course, we're all at different speeds, so we don't know what he's
That
referring to.
that's excellent. I love this.
Um, Julian, I was going to say that Julian Bleach is the best Davros since Michael Wisher, but David Tennant has just thrown a spanner in the works. You thought your reality bomb plot hole earlier on was bad.
What?
It's just said, what party is Harriet Jones?
Oh,
This whole, as a result of that, I have concluded reluctantly that this story makes no sense. It's the plot is not watertight. If I don't know what party Harriet Jones is from, then what else do I know?
what? Oh God. What is? I've completely forgot what I was going to say. That's brilliant. I was going to say something, but I've forgotten it now.
Can't have been that important then.
Oh, thank you. Um. Oh, everyone
Oh,
except
lovely
Rose.
voice on Dalek Garn.
Oh yeah, excellent. Um.
Davros comes along to gate crash the party.
I can't. I've completely forgotten what I was going to say now. Don't say it's not important because it was. Um. What?
So I'm just getting.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
excited.
getting.
Oh, because this is the bit with Davros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was going to
Oh!
mention I was discussing Davros when you went to get a drink. So sorry about that. Yeah, Davros is
And this
awesome
is, of
in
course, the
this.
first time we would have seen that brilliant prosthetic makeup or whatever. This is probably the best Davros has ever looked, but then I am biased because this is my childhood we're talking. And this is the peak of Doctor Who. This is probably the highest viewing figure it ever received since City of Death. This is the modern day City of Death, really.
Is it?
Well, in terms of sort of appeal and.
In series three,
I
the
mean, it's a very
cabinet.
different kind of story, clearly, but.
In series three, the cabinet are conservative, so I think that would have been her party. Where was Harriet Jones in the series three finale?
She wasn't there
Why not?
because she'd already resigned and the downfall of Harriet Jones is referred to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
So I
it is,
think she
isn't
was
it?
probably yeah.
She got caught with prostitutes. Cough cough. Keep Vaz.
No. Nicholas Pegg said, amid all this wham bam action, Russell maintains the most important thing of all, the emotional punch. Catherine has just said that fin in the chair is the reason I don't eat seafood. And we haven't even got to this bit here where he shows off. This is one of the best visual effects ever.
What? Oh bloody hell!
Probably the
This.
goriest Doctor Who's ever. 3, 2, 1. Oh!
It's only just happened. Hang on.
And you can see his heart beating.
Now I can see it. Yeah, that is really creepy. I love it. Oh, for God's sake! What moment are you on now? Because I think I just got it out. I just got it wrong.
Bye! I just said bye at the same time as David Tennant. I feel like I'm a part of this.
I put it forward, and I'm further behind.
Oh, this is a genius scene because on first viewing you won't take this seriously because they always say this: find the Doctor and exterminate. But of course, you're not expecting them to succeed. It might be I've watched this quite a lot of times, but 40 minutes seems to have passed in just 10 or 15.
Because the independent.
Oh, there's a
one
bit of a gap
recursion
here.
was
The
previous
eye
party.
stalk doesn't come on when it says location talk. The eye stalk is black for a bit, and then
Would you guys like another bit at the end of the stream where anyone can come on? Because contemplating that if anyone really fancies it, but I would have to pacifist. I'd see what I can do, but can't discuss that. And if you want to see that Whittaker unboxing in the break, I'll see if I can do that for you. But
Barnaby Edwards says of Dalek Khan, we operators all have to have those monocular squids on our laps during filming. I imagine that feels Oh, this is just a sad moment because they know what's.
And the Torchwood base is destroyed for the first time of many. Well, no, not many.
Well, it isn't actually
Twice.
destroyed.
Yeah, probably should have mentioned that.
I mean, this just in itself would be a good cliffhanger. But of course, Russ T Davies, we see this in Aliens of London. He excels of cliffhangers. One is not enough. You've got to have three going on at once. So Sarah Jane and Torchwood threatened with extermination. Mr. Smith is a paedophile. Oh God, did I say that out loud?
Wait, what did he say? I wasn't.
I will protect the boy.
Oh God.
I've always thought the twist person in me. I mean, in a way, this episode is just literally build up. Not a lot happens, but it's very exciting. Even if you don't know these characters, and that is the genius of the Stolen Earth.
Oh, we're coming up to the ending. This bit.
Can we please watch it as though we don't know what's about to happen?
Okay. Wow, this is scary. That's as best as you're gonna get from me.
Just the visuals of it.
Why don't you ask her herself? Oh, are we in time, or is that? Was I behind there?
What was that?
He's just turned around.
I'm a few seconds.
It's Rose. Oh my God.
Right, he's looked around now.
Oh God, I'm a bit ahead.
Oh my God, and there's Rose. Oh, we've had 2 seasons building up to this.
I ought to.
Oh, this lovely moment. Rose's theme. It's all just lovely and.
It is very decent.
Oh, you're just punching the air and.
I burnt my tongue. On
Absolutely
some
genius
earlier.
because you've been waiting a whole series for this. Well, ever since 2006, you've been waiting 2 years to see this.
And
the smiles and the joy and.
I love how there's just one Dalek on its own.
Yeah, like Harbo Holmes said the other day, it is literally just one insignificant Dalek. But that is how dangerous they are. Oh, but it's not going to shoot him. This never happens. Wouldn't that just be, how would you get out that? Oh my God!
Oh, that effect is awesome.
I remember being utterly shocked, and I still think this is one of the best cliffhangers ever.
It's Captain Jack.
It's absolutely brilliant. And I know a lot of people criticise the resolution, but it is a little bit techno-babbly, and there's no way you'd be able to come back from it, but fair enough.
What would have happened if he hadn't got exterminated? I would have loved to see
this still would have been a decent ending. They would have still hugged, but then you wouldn't have had the introduction to the spare hand, and you wouldn't have had the Meta-Crisis Doctor, and you wouldn't have had
Yeah, but what would happen if he just slipped?
Oh, that lovely Onan Tosh reference.
Yeah, excellent. And Susie, stop forgetting about Susie. I know she turned into a psycho and killed people in the end, but still, don't forget about Susie. She was good.
Oh. Apparently, there were plans for Martha to appear in the Sarah Jane adventures.
That would have been too much because he was in Torchwood that year. So.
Russ T Davies, I asked Graham Harper for the longest road and the longest run here. What a director, all in capitals. David just said this is definitely going to go wrong. And then in another tweet, yup. And Barbie Edwards just tweeted, sorry, not.
They just keep killing Susie. You are correct. I mean, she only died twice, I think. No, she died and then they killed her.
I mean, that's an achievement. Most people only manage it once.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Russell has just written about the cliffhanger. We knew the regeneration was fun, but genuinely had no idea how big this would be. It sounds daft, but because we knew what happens next week, we genuinely didn't have perspective on how massive it looked from outside. And yeah, this is like Bodyguard last year. I watched it with my mates David and Peters, and as it transmitted, I thought, oh, that's kind of huge. And then everything went mad. I was invited on to Richard and Judy. What for? To talk about the cliffhanger. And I said, oh, what else? And they said just that, the cliffhanger. An entire item about the cliffhanger on TV, and I began to see how big it was. And then it added almost 2 million viewers, unheard of. And there was this big speculation during the week. People genuinely thought David was leaving. And there was a media blackout. And I thought I saw a picture of the German lady, and I thought that was going to be the next Doctor. And I was surprised not to even have a next time trailer. There is you literally have no glimpse of it, and the trailer was just
Yeah.
flashback sequences.
Right.
Oh, bloody hell.
I need to.
Just even seeing that to be continued, and apparently that wasn't even Russell's idea. That was Benjamin Cook's idea. He thought you see it in the writer's tale book. He said it would be so nice not to have it spoiled for no next time trailer.
Yeah. That
And
would be
when they
great.
saw the first edit, they tried it, and then Russell and Judy saw the first edit and stood up and gave it a standing ovation immediately.
Right. That was fun, wasn't it?
But yeah,
What do we all think of that?
what is there to think? Barnaby Edwards has said, I've not watched it since it was on, and God, what a superb episode.
Yeah. Now it's
Yeah.
the void.
I've not watched it for years. I mean, I watched it to death when I was younger, and I've not watched it for a while. And yeah.
Does anyone fancy a Whittaker unboxing whilst we're here? I mean,
yeah, I'm just gonna go and have a break, but I'll be back in time for the thing.
I ought to get a drink too.
Yeah, I think we need to keep an eye on Twitter as well, because apparently there's some extra tweets happening.
That's what I'm doing. Right, I ought to.
I'll be back in a sec.
Keep people entertained by doing this. I'll see what I can sort out a good camera angle and my reviewing wall. There's a USB stick there. Let me see if I can make a space so I can do this quickly for you guys. Just because, I mean, it would either happen now or on another video, and I thought, I mean, we've got time to kill now, so yeah. I hope you guys are all enjoying this so far. Hopefully it's not going too badly. Let me, excuse my desk is a mess, but so am I, and so is the channel, so, you know, it's in keeping, really. I think I can just add something like this. Add video capture device. Okay. That's working? Hang on, let me. Here we are. Hang on, that might be a bit small for you guys. I need to change the size of that. Let me just press OK. Can you see that all right, guys? Let me just drag that out. Here we are. It's the 13th Doctor. Oh, I think you can see a bit of my head. Oh, that I just flicked the light on. That's amazing. Thought I might as well open this because I got it, and why not? Because I like the purple design, and you know, there's nothing better to do in this gap. I mean, people are probably tweeting some things, but whatever. So yeah, I don't know how to open these properly because I haven't got any of the other new stuff. I'll just rip it off the thing. I don't really care about the boxes, to be honest. Well, I say that. I am a sad sod who keeps the boxes, but oh, okay, there we go. That should be working. Have any of you guys watching got any of the new figures? Do let me know, because I was thinking of getting the TARDIS, but too much, I'm afraid, and obviously I can't buy it. But here we are, Jodie. Isn't that nice? Having to, they're the elastic bands. I've got some scissors for those. Here we are. I mean, I should be spending this time getting a drink, so I don't pass out in the next half, but oh well. I mean, it will make good content, won't it? So let's just, oh god, oh goodness me. I think I can hear Max coming back. What will he have walked into? Right. Here we are. I wonder how... Oh, that smells amazing. Forgive me, but that smells good. The new smell of figures is amazing. Yeah, really nice figure. I like it's... I have the other Jodie, the black one. Oh, that's not excellent.
For goodness sake, honestly, I can't believe you're going out with Weasel. Can't believe you're going out with him. No, I'm sorry, we're done. We're done. I've nothing else to say to you.
Oh, Max, you just couldn't resist, could you? You just...
Sorry, what did you... Oh god, you didn't hear that, did you?
For fuck's sake. I'm trying to do a Jodie Whittaker unboxing here. Yeah.
You just interrupted the live stream, alright?
I just... One of her legs is bent. Look at that. Look at that. One of her legs is completely... She can't stand up properly, look. What's that? $9.99 I paid for this, and she can't even stand up. Oh, I wonder if I can get the bum bag is removable, isn't it? I hope so. I can't.
Oh, is this your new sexual trafficking business? Oh god, that was a bit beyond the pale, wasn't it?
Watch the live stream and you'll see. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the action figure, aren't you? I thought you were talking about a real person with a bent leg.
I like the what $9.99. I like that. From the looks of things, the hair is done better. I think. Oh no, it's a bit yellow here, but it's nice. The roots are done better, and I like the purple jumper. There we go. That was mildly entertaining, wasn't it, guys?
Oh, why not just stop there? Just admit you have a crush on Jodie's physical form and you admire her figure and.
No.
Just let it like admit that in your video about Jodie, alright?
Oh, spoilers. God. Right. How do I turn this camera off and end people's suffering? Video capture device. Delete. There we go. Right. There we go. That was fun, wasn't it, guys? Has anything happened on Twitter? Oh, sorry. I couldn't read the what people were saying then. How did you get my lamp? Did I have your lamp? Sorry. It's a representation of how bad the show. You're not gonna agree with my new video then. But yeah, Max, you still there? If you died.
Oh yeah. I'm just reading what people are tweeting, and they're all just tweeting that they're going to the loo. So
Fair enough. Right.
Graham Harper has just said of the cliffhanger, "What a brilliant moment!" And then, bastard. Yeah, that sums up all our feelings, I think.
Sorry, who said this?
Oh, Graham Harper.
Oh, right. I'm
God
going to be
bless
honest,
the
this Jodie figure actually smells very nice. You remember the smell of the new figures, what they used to smell like?
You two just get a room.
Oh, that is
right?
so nice. Sorry, that's very nice.
What, have they done it in Chanel No. 5 perfume then?
No, it's like the smell of plastic.
Did you not learn anything from Praxius?
Did anyone?
You're gonna get infected.
Don't make jokes like that, especially not now.
No, but it kills Millennium FX.
Oh, very good. Right. With that, I'm going to go and get a drink. Entertain the viewers.
Oh god, you're
Twat.
putting too much.
Given how fan-wanky this episode
Kill
is,
the
I don't
spotlight. I can't.
want
No,
to know
but
that
how many? There are so many people watching me. It's the pressure of having to
There's 7
entertain
people
what?
watching.
Yeah, exactly. Having to entertain 7 people.
Shut up.
I mean,
I'm off.
I've
Have
done
fun.
Average Dramatics where I entertain 100. Well, I'm on stage in front of 100 people in the flesh, but 7 people virtually. That's just. I'm sorry. That's just stretching it. I feel like WizKid in The Greatest Show of the Galaxy. I've even got glasses that look quite similar to him, but I've got a headache and a sore throat.
I forgot to get my glass.
I'm talking about my headache. Yeah, because you really wanted to know that, folks, didn't you? That I have a headache and John Bowman's doing his usual annoying thing of singing the Doctor Who theme tune. This TARDIS sound, because for those who have got the DVD, you go into episode selection and it's just the sound of the TARDIS taking off on a constant loop. And I must have heard it about 70 times in the last few hours. Well, 1,000,000 times actually. And I'm starting to get tinnitus now. I'm not going to lie. So, I suppose I might as well Oh, some messages have just dropped from Sylvia Noble, Francine Jones, and Jackie Tyler. So I suppose I might as well have a look at that. Oh, she just called me beautiful. Oh, are we in lockdown, Camille?
Oh, shut up. Jodie, do you want to go in the basement? Goodness me. Right. You didn't hear that, did you?
Yes.
Huh?
Don't,
Sorry.
I do those gags. It's my
Yeah,
job.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. I thought I'd give you a
Well,
taste of your own medicine. I got biscuits, by the way. Would you like one? WizKid was funny. Best character. Who's WizKid? I want to know who this is. How have you been entertaining the viewers?
I've just been reacting to because hang on. Basically, Emily Cook has just tweeted links to messages from Camille Kaduri and Joa Ando and Francine Sylvia Noble, which is Jackie King, and I'm just watching them.
I tell you what, someone's tweeted about the Sarah Jane thing. Luke has a Cyberman toy head on his shelf in the background, which is like explain that headcanon. Excellent. Oh, John Barrowman hasn't got the message, and has started watching Journey's End.
Oh no,
Already.
he said since I stopped, we'll wait till I get the go ahead.
Oh right.
It's not long to wait. It's only like 4 minutes. I'll get the clock up.
Oh, Pacifist from Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Yes, he is the best character. He is. Oh god, he is us. I don't know if you've seen Greatest Show in the Galaxy.
It's weird because the first time I watched it, I thought, but he doesn't even meet the Doctor. What's the point of him? But I think he provides some like relief, and he also shows off like the inhumanity of the circus and that he's killing its fans.
Yeah.
And also gives Captain Cook someone to put, to put himself before. So it's character development
I'm a big fan of
for
the
everyone
Psychic
except
Circus.
WizKid.
Yeah. I'm actually a bit disappointed about Jodie's leg. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going on about it. It's broken. And so am I. Tell you what, I should probably move my setup quickly so I can lie down. Keep them entertained. Oh, sorry, you're not good at that. Are you there? Have you died? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm just watching. I'm watching all the video messages they've just uploaded, despite the fact it's not ready.
Right. There we go. This is comfy and you should be able to hear me, guys.
Right. This is really. I'm so glad I'm watching these.
The series 2 finale when they were.
Yeah. Oh, Yanto is trending.
Farewell Sarah Jane is the highest
Yeah,
trending,
it
it seems.
like within that for some reason. Also, have you heard her daughter's started doing some of the Big Finish, and people are saying she sounds really spot on, but she doesn't.
Sorry, say that again.
People because of sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? I've completely forgotten now. Thanks. No. Sarah Jane's Elizabeth Sladen's daughter has started doing.
Sadie Miller.
Playing.
Yeah, she's
Sarah
playing
Jane.
Sarah Jane.
People are saying she sounds very accurate, and she doesn't, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I thought she was trying too hard, but that's just my opinion. But
wait, 2 minutes remaining, and then you said 8 minutes. What do you mean, pacifist? It starts.
No, it's 40 seconds. I've got the timer up, so 40.
Fair enough. Oh, this one's an hour long. Very taxing.
No, it's slightly longer than that, isn't it? 65 minutes. Oh god.
It says 1 hour and 3 seconds here. Should I be concerned?
Well.
Do you think I should get it up on iPlayer? Do they cut out scenes?
I'm gonna. Hang on.
It's a joke from Horror Histories. Sorry,
Okay, I've got it ready. I've got it ready and running now.
Right.
Not running, but right. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And I'm actually on time this time.
I don't. You weren't for me. There must just been a delay or something, but you weren't. But you
That's
may
all right.
have been, but who knows?
Yeah. So welcome back, everybody. This is fun, isn't it? We're coming up with some really insightful analysis of this. And Spyfall Part 2 could really learn a thing or two from this recap trailer, because this is short, succinct, and to the point. Everything the recap trailer for Spyfall Part 2 wasn't. And also, while we're talking about recaps for Series Spyfall Part 2 has voiceover from Jodie, previously on Doctor Who, that sounds like it's been sped up. And then The Timeless Children didn't have that, but the word previously flashed up on the screen. Talk about inconsistent. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, inconsistency in Doctor Who, I could mention a whole lot of things, but
Yeah. Just gonna look up. Now, this is, of course, I did say this was the best cliffhanger in one of the best cliffhangers in Doctor Who history, if not the best. But also, because of that, the most anticlimactic.
yeah.
Just had to be. But of course, it felt it felt quite nice that they were sort of trolling the media with it.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, I'm eating biscuits, guys. It's just gonna, why not?
yeah, hooray for Jackie Tyler.
Hang on.
To be honest, I think this whole stuff with Torchwood, although I love this shot here and the music here, this is the time bubble stuff is more inexplicable for me than the whole regeneration stuff. Seems a bit random and out of nowhere.
Bro, I forgot about that Mickey Jackie part. Yeah. The best cliffhanger was Vengeance on Varas Part 1. That is a very good cliffhanger.
Yeah, I was going to do something about cliffhangers at some point.
Cut it. Now, that used to be my old intro, but I never actually got to use it in a video. It was like, and cut it now, and then the theme starts playing, and then my intro plays. I was going to use that, but just never used it in the end, so...
I think the best cliffhanger was actually, it's either the End of Time Part 1 or the Caves of Androzani Episode 1.
What about Episode 3 from the Caves of Androzani? I was watching that the other day.
No, I prefer Episode 1. Episode 3 I find too a bit...
Terror to Vervoid's Part 1, is it? That's a very decent cliffhanger.
Yeah, a bit too much screaming.
Yeah, but... Oh, The Leisure Hive Part 1? That's a good one. Yeah,
of course it is. Of course it's a time lock. There's always a time lock, isn't there?
Yeah. Time bubble, actually, so...
Oh, it's almost like it's a convenient plot device to prevent them getting in the way of the actual story.
If Tosh had created that, so how can the base...
Barnaby Edwards has just said on...
Wounds? Can someone explain this?
No, this is more important. Barnaby Edwards has just said on Twitter, the bit in the Torchwood end occasioned my favourite piece of direction ever given to me. Graham Harper said, Barney, when I shout action, I need you to do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Also, why have they named their spaceship after a snooker arena?
What's the spaceship called?
The Crucible. That's a snooker arena, isn't it?
Shut up.
Right, Russ T. Davis has said 34 minutes and 51 seconds into the thing, he wants everyone to say, detonate the reality bomb. All at the same time. So let's make a mental note to do that and then forget it, because we probably will. And of course, we were talking about RTD callbacks. We get the old yellow things from Doomsday, don't we? They look updated, but like it's...
Yellow things?
Second generation. The Dimension jumpers.
They're green. Come on.
Oh. Barnaby Edwards, those multi-Dalek scenes are like rehearsing a Busby Berkeley routine. I laugh, not knowing who the hell he is, but or she.
Pacifist, I don't know whether it was mentioned in series 2. I was saying why does it not work in series 2 if that's the case? But I guess there's like other circumstances. Like series 3 you can excuse it because it gets blown up from the side.
Russell has just said, someone tweeted me to say Tosh inventing a time lock is so unlikely. That is so unlikely, with the word that in capital letters. Oh, and German Daleks. It's so wrong and so right at the same time. So many wonderful shots in this.
Yeah, can't remember what I was going to say now. Keep doing this. Oh god. Doctor Who Pooper tweeting along, doing their usual edits. Excellent. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be playing that on the stream. Oh, and god, hearing the Daleks in German is terrifying. And, yeah, the Nazi Pepper Pots. Nazi Pepper Pots fully realised. Yeah. Right. Invite people. Just gonna do something here.
Oh, Bernard Cribbins is trending.
Yeah.
Yeah. His scene at the end of this is great, but we're not there yet, so won't talk about it.
Oh, that noise, that was on the toy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Nick Briggs says Dimension Canon is canon. Why aren't they doing a big finish of that?
Yeah, Dave Burgess did the artwork for it in the trailer, so that's nice.
So I know I'm quite quiet, but it's just one of those stories that I've...
That's fine. Alright, here we go.
This weird foreshadowing of Donna Noble's thing she has later.
Yeah. Oh, it is, yeah, isn't it? That is a weird moment. Yeah. Wait, why does that happen to her?
I don't know, it's...
I'm hardly watching this episode, actually. I'm just looking at Twitter. Oh, the Beetle, wow.
Just this little moment that I used to overlook when I was a kid. But this is exactly what real people would do in that situation, sort of laugh nervously and...
Pacifist,
And
I don't
know
think
they might not come out of this.
If you mean the set, the Dalek control room, I don't think that's the same set from Parting the Ways, no.
How come it takes so long for her to walk out the door and she just stands there? But never mind.
Don't know. Someone's tweeting about Camille Kadori's bed because it was on a live thing, and gonna admit, it is a very fancy bed.
Oh. See, this would have made a good cliffhanger.
sort of lost where the episode's out, where it is at the moment.
Oomph.
What? Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
good time vortex there. The best time vortex they ever did.
Yeah, it does actually look quite good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that would have been a good title sequence.
That looks quite cool.
For time vortex needs to look more mechanical. When I become showrunner, we're doing that. The Supreme Dalek here is a rare example of them actually getting away with a colourful Dalek. Oh.
Oh yeah, someone's tweeted, reminder, the absolute genius Graham Harper directed the best Fifth Doctor story, the best 10th Doctor story, Lots of Mars, and is now a canon incarnation of the Doctor himself. He is, isn't he? Because he was in the Brain of Morbius as one of the Doctors, so...
And the thing is, he had already been regarded as one of the best directors, despite having only directed 2 stories, Caves of Androzani and Revelation of the Daleks.
Yeah.
And he never got any awards for it. It was only when he came back to do Series 2 that he finally got an award for Doomsday. So he did get the praise, but it took a bit of time for him to actually get formal recognition.
Yeah, sorry I'm not talking that much, but... Oh well.
I think this is one of the examples of dramatic irony not working. I mean, I think we should... It would be better if we felt the same as the 10th Doctor when we didn't see this bit until later on. But then again, it might not work as a flashback. But if it just cut here, you know, and we didn't actually see it form into the Doctor, we just saw it on the ground on fire, and then cut at that point, and didn't actually see that it had given birth to a Doctor until later on.
Way, naked tenant, naked tenant, naked tenant. Naked tenant, naked tenant, naked tenant.
But I just think you should be feeling their emotion here, and just knowing that actually it's all right. You should see it. You should see it dematerialize as a kind of clue. But
I guess. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, on you. Oh wow.
Just my opinion, anyway.
We've gained 5 subscribers since this stream. Excellent. Your reviewing figures just went up. Yeah. That would have been great. Just imagine if we said that. We've gained... Oh. Oh dear. Oh god. Oh, Dr. Creep have edited the thing of... Oh, and what's grown out of the hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Max, make sure to check your Twitter after this, because that is just amazing. Right. There you go. Oh.
David Tennant just said line in the buff in that metal grating was not my favourite moment.
Nice t-shirt. The red and blue.
I can actually hear the audio. We are slightly out of sync, but it actually might be a delay on the Discord's part, so we might not actually be in.
Oh, this is a bit where he's... Oh god, I forgot this. The Doctor died. Right, I'm gonna read some stuff because I can't bear this. So Davros failed because he was too excited and let the TARDIS drop into the fire before Donald walking out. Huh? Davros failed because he was too excited. Yeah, actually, that's a fair point. This everyone would have died unless he hadn't
Unless he hadn't what?
thrown the TARDIS in so soon. So in thinking he killed Donna, he saved the day. Well done, mate. Yeah. I don't really know what to say. We've just sort of run out of things to say, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. This might not be very interesting for you, the viewers, especially if you're not watching this with us. You're watching this after we've done the live stream, but I mean, yeah, I didn't really want to. I've not been involved in all these lockdown rewatches, but I just thought I need to be involved in this because I thought the other day I want to watch this again, and it's one of my favorite stories of all time, and I haven't seen it for a while. So when I heard this was happening, I thought we just have to do this. But the problem is, it's just too good a story for me to talk over it. And
John Barrowman.
Don't you worry, Doctor. That wing, I got your back.
John Barrowman just right, whatever. Sorry if you could hear that on the stream, but John Barrowman just tweeted a clip of him saying, "I've got your back, Doctor," and that was it. Excellent.
we haven't said how good David Tennant is in this, have we?
No, he is very good.
Especially Barnaby Edwards has just said he was so good at remembering which Doctor he was in any one shot. We shot it all out of sequence, so it's an incredible performance.
Oh, I remember this. The Osterhagen key. Insane.
See, this German woman, I saw a picture of her in Doctor Who Adventures, and I presumed that this person was the new Doctor.
What?
See, this is how little we knew and how uncertain things seemed.
Imagine. That would have been very weird.
Oh, apparently it's not Germany, it's Wales.
Well, it always is, isn't it? Right.
Something that is Nicholas Pegg has just said something that isn't acknowledged enough is how difficult it is for the lead actors to keep track of the rhythm and pace of their performances when everything is shot wildly out of sequence. David Tennant is exceptional in this regard, amazing to watch on set.
Oh dear.
The genius of the German language, because this is one of the rare examples we don't have translation matrix, so it actually adds to the tension. We don't know what she's saying, unless of course you are watching this from Germany, in which case
Max, you'll be able to tell me about this. The Silent Raw has just commented, "Is the leak about David Tennant coming for the next series fake?" Like,
that is the first I've heard of it.
yeah, me too. I wouldn't expect.
I mean,
where did you hear that?
if he's coming, I'm all for the series heading in a dark or more adult direction, but him coming might not actually be. How would that make for a good story? I don't know. But him coming. Never mind. But basically, I don't know about the leak. That wasn't intended as another pun, by the way. That was...
Oh, oh, fuck's sake. Oh, man.
So that was me doing Beethoven's Fifth Symphony in laughter.
Apparently it was on Doctor Who, on a Doctor Who orientated website a few weeks ago. What Doctor Who orientated website is this? Because it was Gallifrey based.
The thing is, I heard a rumor for Series 12 that apparently there was going to be Rose Tyler was going to be coming back, and it was revealed that she was actually a lesbian. And now, obviously that makes sex between her and the female Doctor easy. And apparently, for some reason, that failed at a test screening, which led to the whole Chaos in Cardiff thing. That was one of the rumors I'd heard.
Who's this?
Oh no, back when Series 12 was, and you know the whole Chaos in Cardiff thing last summer.
Yeah.
Rose Tyler was going to come back and actually turn out to be a lesbian.
Excellent. Right. I missed the end of part 1 for a whole week. People told me the Doctor was regenerating next episode. I heard the theme. Came downstairs and Ten was there. I thought everyone was trolling me. Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. What's the thing? Can't remember what I was gonna say. In the Dimension canon, there's one scene where
Yeah.
Rose goes to a parallel universe and Mickey has a husband. I think. That's strange.
Rusty Davis has just said if we had more money, all these force fields would have more FX visible shimmer all the way through. Common worldwide re-release. Which is actually, yeah, gives me hope we might, the Blu-ray collection they're doing. They should do that with the series, retrospective interviews and possibly restoration work if it's possible, although it is shot on video, so that would be difficult. But it is looking, Series 1 in particular is looking quite grainy. Nicholas Pegg is saying Julian Bleach is so bloody good.
I don't want to see it in HD.
Well, it might not necessarily make it better, but I just want to see it sharper. And Nicholas Briggs has just said something I was going to say. The line "to do as I please" is somewhat odd. It's very adult.
Silent Raw says this is the website. I think if you're trying to post a link, Silent Raw, I mean, give it and see what it says, but I don't know if it works.
Yeah, a couple of points about Davros at this stage. So Davros is the Dalek's pet as opposed to being their ruler, because which is quite a nice move, because as we discussed early on with Revelation, he does tend to sideline the Daleks a bit too much, so he can be his own character without actually sidelining here. So that's clever. Although, yeah, and of course the Daleks, Daleks wouldn't want to be dictated by Davros because they are their own agent. Nicholas Pegg has just said that apparently Julian Bleach was not familiar with Davros beforehand. They gave me an old one called Genesis of the Daleks to watch. He told me in the bar one night. I hope I'm getting it right. Oh God, you are, Julian. You are. That's Nicholas Pegg speaking, and I agree.
And paste. Yeah, I'm sorry, Silent Raw. I don't think the link is. I don't think the link is coming up if you have posted it.
Oh, it's possible for web links to come now, is it? That's an achievement.
I'm just going to ignore you. Angry Pacifist says Series 2 looks really low res.
You can tell we're desperate for things to say.
Shut up. I think I don't want Series 1 to be in HD because it's like the nostalgia. I don't want it to. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I ought to send you something completely unrelated. I don't know whether there's any Beatles fans out here, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the Let It Be movies new edit to come out later this year because it's going to be remastered in full HD. And I actually made I'll send this to you, Max. I made a 21:9 conversion of one of the Rooftop songs. So I'll send that to you if you want. Yeah, sorry for going on that little tangent, but I just really am looking forward to that. I don't know when it is, but probably obviously on the anniversary. But whoa, hang on.
So Barnaby Edwards has said during the downtime in filming, when the rest of the cast come up to chat to us, they speak through the grill in the neck. We refer to it as the Dalek confessional. Nicholas Briggs has said of this testing scene, this is a kind of genocide thing, horrifying. And yeah, it is a bit Holocaust, isn't it?
Yeah. So I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at the. Don't worry. Don't worry.
That was nearly Jackie, wasn't it? I've just realised.
Oh yeah, it was. That's a great moment. Such a small thing, but it's just amazing.
And also just the fact that she says, "I'm sorry" to the person.
Yeah.
She says I'm sorry in a minute to the person sitting next to her.
So I thought it was a different part. Oh my god,
Oh.
that is amazing.
What?
Someone's literally tweeted this clip, and it's in the exact same time as I'm watching it. Yeah. Anyway.
Alright.
Yeah, this moment is amazing. Like the fact she just leaves them. Well, she has no choice but to leave them to die. But yeah, that's great. Sorry, I'm just slowly eating biscuits throughout the course of this.
This is probably the only family show that has shown something similar to the Holocaust on at 7 o'clock on a Saturday evening.
We've been streaming for 100 minutes. Wait, that's 100 minutes. you
Feels
guys
like
will never
50
get back.
years. I've got a headache.
Oh, thanks. Channel Pop says it's almost like an Infinity War with everyone being turned to dust.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Can I
it's...
just ask,
Yeah, sorry.
what's your opinion on the second Davros story we got 7 years after this, the Magician's Apprentice? Because that was one of my greatest moments as a Doctor Who fan, watching Davros come on the screen without knowing in advance that he was going to appear. And I do think the Daleks appear too much in it, but there are some great scenes with Capaldi. It's that story. What do you make of it?
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, I understood that, but I think... I don't know what pacifist means when you said that. Magician's Apprentice. Can't be asked to think about that one. It's... Missy's good in it, I think.
Yeah.
Clara dies, and then she doesn't
No,
die.
she doesn't.
And then Capaldi's quite good. Davros is good in that one. Yeah, for Davros, it's a good story. But a lot of it is just continuity and fan mic, just because of all the bits. What do you call it? All the classic Daleks in there.
I've just realised how little screen time Bernard Cribbin
Yeah, he's not in this one a whole lot, is he?
is in this. Mickey Mouse. That was one of the jokes that I actually got when I was 7 years old watching this, and it made me laugh at the time. Still makes me laugh now. I know I didn't laugh there, but just shut up.
As a single part, it would have been great, but as a two-parter, it was far too long with a really
Yeah.
long.
Well, I think you have so many characters, and they have to balance it out.
Yeah. I mean, imagine what this would have been like with actually, I do remember all of these bits that tie together. It is done very well. Like, she just has this what is this? This star? A warp star, is it? And the Osterhagen key and whatnot all ties in.
Yeah, it seems a bit out of character for Sarah Jane to have that without, while knowing that it is a weapon of mass destruction.
I'll tell you what is... This whole thing with the Osterhagen key and Martha, did we really need that? I think that's just a bit of an excuse for her not...
I think that gives her character motivation because she has she has that sort of clash in her head of she doesn't want to do it, should she do it, and there's quite a bit of techno babble in this, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. Right, there we go.
Just gonna...
yeah, sorry guys if we are boring you, but I think we've just run out of juice. Like, I'm just sort of sitting back and enjoying the episode. Well, I'm not even enjoying it that much. Like, it's good, but I just want to see what the next one is. I think I'd like a Whittaker era episode or a classic one. Not another Moffat one. I'm fed up of Moffat ones. Like, I'd like another RTD. Please, Love and Monsters. Like, come on. Yeah.
I always thought that shot of the camera was a bit weird, but
Yeah.
because it kind of it implies a lot of the music, this sort of this dark threat of
Also, hang on, the
like a
Osterhagen
gun
key.
or something behind her. It felt a bit like that.
Hang on, this is strange. The Osterhagen key, right?
And that
It-
someone called Osterhagen joke is a bit funny, but a bit out of place.
Yeah.
And the fact they can just teleport them as well seems.
Yeah, it's quite funny. But like, okay, so the Osterhagen key blows up the Earth, right? Why would she bother using it if the Daleks are going to blow up everything anyway?
Sorry, say that again. You dropped out.
Why would she bother blowing up the Earth if the Daleks are going to do it anyway?
Well, I think it's a bit of an empty threat. I think she's doing it more. She's got that conflict going on with Unit telling her to do it and her not wanting to do it.
Yeah.
But she kind of has to, which is why I find it a bit weird that she's kind of out of character there and shouting at the Doctor. But
I hope we don't have to wait too long for the next one. Because
I always love Jackie's face there when Rose goes, "That's my mum."
there was quite a long wait between what do you call it?
Oh, I love this bit with Sarah Jane and Dan Frost. I mean, Sarah Jane gets a bit underused here, but
Yeah, there was quite a long wait between 11th. Oh yeah, it's a great moment. Between the 11th hour and what do you call it? The Doctor's wife.
I mean, some people say this is fan wank and this won't appeal to casual viewers, and I can kind of see what they mean because references to Genesis of the Daleks are a bit. But it's a nice reference, nice touch. But the performances are so good from Julian Bleach and Nick Briggs as Dalek Khan, that evil laugh. Oh, and this flashback sequence. I mean, he reuses a bit of dialogue from the dinner scene in Boomtown here, but
Russell must be having a bit too much fun with Canon. I don't get me started on. Don't. Oh, just forget it. Oh dear. Right. Harriet Jones, former character. Honestly, I'm bored.
And this is a flashback. We have all the flashbacks from Series 1.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it works.
Series 2. I don't know.
I don't think it works doing it.
I mean, it does add a bit more weight
Love
to the
and Monsters. Way. Right, I'm tweeting that. Sorry.
Oh, and I'm just going to see Georgia Tennant's account, see her reaction. Because she was like, "Am I even in this?" earlier on. Oh.
What?
John Bauman said naked David exclamation mark, and Georgia Tennant said got the t-shirt. Too much information.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
Georgia Tennant is David's wife, sorry.
Yeah, but I didn't get the joke.
No, John Bauman said naked David.
Yeah?
Georgia said got the t-shirt. How can you not get that?
I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I'm thick. I don't get it.
Never mind.
I don't get it. Like...
You say you don't get it?
I don't get it. Explain it. I don't get it. Why don't I get it?
Basically, she had sex with him, right?
Well, yeah, yeah, obviously, but like...
Oh, I did.
Detonate the reality bomb.
I just don't understand.
Oliver, you forgot to shout, detonate the reality bomb. We were all meant to do that at the same time. We were too busy arguing over some stupid joke on Twitter.
That annoys me. One of the
This is why
clauses-
humanity is
it
destined
looks like
to...
the Death Star. Rewind that shit, because it doesn't open properly. All of them open at the same time, apart from one. It's much slower than the others, and I hate it. Why they drop the devices because of a teleport? I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to watch this.
Here's a plot hole. Why is David Tennant shouts quite a lot in this episode, but he still hasn't got a sore throat? I've not even been talking that much, and I've got a sore throat.
Because they didn't do it all in a row, did they? Think about it. Yeah, I can't be bothered to watch the rest. I just want the episode to end. And like, I know that sounds harsh, but like,
It's exhausting.
yeah, like, I hope the next one's not a two-parter. Basically,
Oh,
don't know whether I'll stream that one, but we'll have to see. See what you guys think. Oh, we've got confirmed. Oh wow, we've got oh. Oh, right, hang on, sorry. Whoa. Whoa, who's go? There we go. Why doesn't Davros have a sore throat? I presume he would. I think he's got other things to worry about than a sore throat, if I'm honest. No, Donna went fine. So.
of course it is. There's always a human biological meta crisis. I think that's what we're going through right now with COVID-19, isn't it?
Oh god.
Ross T. Davis echoing all our thoughts. Oh, I'm just watching now. I love it. I think it is a bit light on plot and heavy on runtime, but... Oh, I love the Dalek alarm sound as well.
It is, yeah, it's nice.
Oh, God.
What?
Sorry, I just had a techno babble breakdown attack. There's
Oh,
too
God,
much
yeah.
techno babble. I had an overload. Sensory. Yeah.
It's like that, rubbish.
And the
GIF
problem
of
with
Dalek.
Daleks here is they just shout exterminate too much and they don't actually get onto the doing of it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a deliberate character trait. I think we need to sort of explain that at some point. But
So, can you explain it to me? So, Donna gets... How does Donna become the Doctor?
you've got... She touches the hand
So?
and becomes one with the Doctor.
She doesn't even touch the hand. She touches the glove, so...
Well...
Why not?
Yeah. Basically, yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but Doctor Who doesn't make...
Out of curiosity, what watch-along would you
That's
have?
sexist, that line, skinny boys in suits. And that's fat-shaming as well.
What, just out of curiosity, what story would you have as the next watch-along?
As the next watch-along, personally, Caves of Androzani. I think it's time for some classic Who.
Yes, definitely. I would love a classic Who rewatch. I think I'd quite like a Jodie episode, just because we haven't had one from the
Yeah,
original
but
era yet.
I doubt they're going to have... If it's going to be any of them, it will probably be the woman who fell to Earth.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, they did try to do one of Spyfall a while
Oh
back.
god, yeah, that was disastrous.
Something that I actually found out, BBC America, the Doctor Who America Twitter account, decided to do like a watch-along of Series 12 over 10 days. But and it was going to be starting from March the 26th. You notice what's wrong with that?
No.
Some cretin in the Doctor Who publicity department in America did not realise that was actually the start date for Rose, and that was going to be the same day as the Rose Watch-along, so they had to reschedule it.
Excellent.
These are people that are really passionate about the show. Oh, I love that scene there with Sarah and Rose pushing the Dalek. It's silly, but
It's like classic Doctor Who, so...
yeah, it's a little bit Deus Ex Machina, sort of flicking a switch and
Yes.
it's all
It's
done.
just
But
like, I can turn
then
the
again,
way
in the
these
modern world, that
Daleks-
is how things work.
No, but it's
So
like, I can change the way these Daleks work by pressing this button down. It's like, would they really have that switch right now?
well, to be honest, it is quite hard for them to operate stuff with their plungers. So it's nice to have a convenient little switch, like a master switch.
I wondered what kind of measurement is a rail the Daleks use. I think it's
Well-
just worth a second. I don't know because it's like
I don't think we know.
I think I counted it once during the Dalek invasion of Earth when I watched that. I think it's like worth 2 seconds. I think.
Oh, this moment from Dalek Khan that he's actually been playing things all along. How did he manipulate the timeline? See, this doesn't make any sense, but
Oh, George from the time of the Whovians United is watching. Hello, mate.
well, he's watching us.
Yep.
Sorry, this is shit, isn't it?
I think no, he's DMing me. He stopped to get a biscuit. I think he's coming back though or something.
Catherine has just tweeted, what she said, or he, they, what they said. Oh. This is so fast paced. They actually got the lighting right on the TARDIS. It was all over the place over the 4 series, wasn't it? It's like the Dalek voices from the classic era. I don't think they ever wrote the settings down.
Oh yeah, but that's like over the course of 30 years, so you can't blame them too hard, like for that.
Yeah.
But like, goodness me, if you go back and watch like the Dalek voices from the Daleks,
Yeah,
the first
this
episode,
is-
it's like, oh god.
This is a weird moment because when I was first watching this and I saw things visually and I didn't really understand the plot, and
Mm.
and the main Doctor's not happy. Rusty Dave said the hardest thing to write is all your heroes. I think I managed it. Yeah, I think he just about managed.
Yeah. I mean, I watched all of the Whittaker era recently, so I don't know whether a watch along would be.
Barnaby Edwards has just tweeted, "Ouch."
Oh, for what?
Yeah, the Dalek's blown up.
Oh, I love the shot of the pillar falling down there. That is very good.
Oh, Nicholas Pegg has said, "Let me tell you how modest and self-affecting Liz Sladen was. After a take, she would come up to my Dalek and whisper through the grill, was that all right? No, Liz, it wasn't all right. It was perfect. Oh, how he loved her." Yeah, this wasn't really the best story to pay tribute to Liz because she hardly appears in it. Oh, David sort of smiles at the camera there, but
Oh, God.
it's Sarah's point of view, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I mean, it's only natural people pay tribute to Liz, but it's kind of turned into a sort of unofficial tribute to Liz, which was always going to happen. But oh, nice little nod back to the Unquiet Dead here.
Okay, Max, forgive me. I think I might be going insane. I
Go
want
on.
to watch Praxius.
I thought I'd been staring at my laptop too long today, but you have you even gone for a walk
No.
today? Oh, that's more than I've done. That's less than I've done.
How
Oh,
would you guys feel if we had a certain time in the Hoovies United join the stream? If you,
Oh,
would
can
you
I
like-
just say how much I love this moment? Sorry to cut you off, but just when you think it can't get any better, K9 appears.
Oh,
If only
God,
for a minute,
not
but
better. Yeah. I've got George here from Time in the Hoovies United. Would you guys be interested in seeing him coming on? For the last 20 minutes? Would that be alright? Max, would you agree with that?
what? Sorry, what's happening? Where am I?
George from Time in the Hoovies United is messaging me. Would you like him to come on?
Yeah, if he wants to come on.
Okay, alright, that's fair enough. That's sorted then. Let me find. Here we are. There we go. Ah,
Hello, am I here?
yeah, there we are. It's just
Hello?
George. Hello,
Can you still
George.
hear us in the live chat? Because I'm very worried that something might have gone very wrong.
No, they can do. They can do. It's fine. I hope they can. Hello, George.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm not even watching the episode.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, now at least I get to put Time in the Hoovies United in the title, so I get more views.
Because Farris has stopped doing YouTube just now. Time Hoovers United is our next one.
Wait, say that again.
Because you said the other day Farris used Farris in titles to get views.
I said that as a joke. Come on.
I know that's why I said
Can I
it.
just say this effect shot does look slightly dodgy of the Earth coming towards the camera.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
But they did have a lot of FX shots to do. They had their work cut out.
Oh,
So-
He Who Moans has uploaded in the past.
Oh yeah, because he's done a video on Big Finish videos. I saw he put it on Twitter. I love Freeman Adjumant's face to the camera there, sort of breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, I hate that bit with Martha. Is it in a second? Martha looks at the camera. God.
Oh, that's already happened.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I
bit.
always liked that.
I don't.
It's very genuine emotion on set that day. Russ T. Davis has just said on Twitter how much he, sometimes he thinks he wrote this just to have that one scene happen when they were all around the TARDIS.
Oh, Willocks, man.
He's basically
sorry.
he's just said we should sing along to the theme, but my throat's sore, so I won't do it.
Now I understand where we are now. I was a bit
it's
lost
the-
for a few seconds.
Driving. Saving. Driving.
It's such a great scene. Such a great scene.
A bit fan wanky, actually. I think that's what I thought when I watched it last.
I think Russell has essentially just admitted it, but it's good fan wank, isn't it? Unlike the timeless children.
Oh God, no. We're not
Okay, where? Okay, I might go now.
At least for Stolen Earth, there was a reason for this fan fiction. See, these news graphics, they can never get the news graphics right. They kind of got them right in practice, but it was the capital letters looked a bit weird.
What do you mean?
So when the news graphics appear near the
Oh,
start,
yeah. I remember you mentioning that when we did the review. Yeah.
Graham Harper has just admitted he knows nothing about Doctor Who because he says, I never understood why the Doctor would bother to come back and offer a hand of help to Davros' arch enemy. Well, that's what the Doctor does.
I think I like this ending bit because we get what's his name? Why have I forgotten everything? Mickey. Mickey and Martha go off with Jack, and he's talking about vacancies at Torchwood. I like to think that Mickey and Martha worked at Torchwood for a little bit or something like that. That would have been quite cool because they've got the right things. Because Martha's a doctor, Owen had just died, and he was a doctor, and Tosh was a technology person, and she just died, and so was Mickey. So they would have been perfect replacements. And Martha had already been in Torchwood, so there we go. But yeah.
Oh, this bit is this is the bit with Mickey going away.
Yeah. What do you think? I love how he just completely tries to run away from Rose constantly. What do
Yeah.
you think about this
But
episode?
it's,
By
can
the
I
way,
just
George?
say this episode really does not insult your intelligence, because the David Tennant says, oh, there's only one planet left. Guess which one? And Mickey is like, I can guess what happens next. It's all sort of hinted and very cleverly. But you were asking me a question.
Oh, I was going to ask George. What do you think? What do you think of the episode as a whole? Because I'm just curious to see. Because it's
I
quite.
think it's just a brilliant episode. I'm just a bit shocked at like, oh, fan fiction here, because I literally haven't heard anyone else said that before. I just enjoy it, really. It's like sort of like an Infinity War sort of level, but as Doctor Who with BBC budget.
I guess.
Yeah, I love
Russ T.
it's
Davies.
not my favorite Russell finale, because I think Bad Wolf and Parting of
Oh yeah.
the Ways is really
Yeah.
gold in my opinion. But I think it's like a close. Oh, I do like Utopian Sound of Drums, but last time
Yeah.
I say it's like my second favorite finale.
Yeah. Can I just say, Russ T. Davies did say that a lot of people go up to him and say that it's reminiscent of Infinity War and Endgame, but he's saying to him it's more reminiscent of the Independence Day sequel, which is a bit odd given that came out after this. All the films came out after this, actually. But
Oh god. Silent Rules just said one thing about the new episode. Had a hard time believing Mickey married Martha. For God's sake.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring. Did anyone see the Sarah Jane thing earlier? Listen to it.
I did. I was talking about it at the start of the stream, but basically I thought it was a bit mixed. So I'm just watching something Pip Madeley's uploaded.
There was nothing
sequence.
hinting to a Mickey Martha.
Oh.
A bit confusing to me.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
So Pip Madeley has just uploaded on Twitter. Sorry to cut you off, but he's just uploaded the how many people have died in your name flashback sequence, but it's stuff from the classic series. So like the acid bath bit in Vengeance on Varos and the Mandrills in Nightmare in Eden.
Oh my god, that is strange.
Oh, and
oh yeah, I'm just watching it now. I need to watch Nightmare of Eden again.
Apparently that's shit though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I need to watch it, because I can't remember it. But yeah, the end of time is fan wanky because Mickey marries Martha. So.
Yeah, but it's just
No
10 minutes
sense.
at the end, isn't it?
Sorry.
It's the thing about the end of time. It's just 10 minutes at the end, and it's entirely justified given that it really is the end of an era. But
So 10 and David the 10th Doctor is basically saying goodbye to everyone before he regenerates.
Wouldn't it have been interesting if this was Tennant's last story?
Yeah, I'm not sure it would have worked. I don't know if it would have. It would have needed a substantial rewrite, but I prefer the way they panned it out at the end of time. Although the end of time does have its faults with plot and characterization, I did like the sort of scale and the fact they sort of built it up from the start. Whereas Parting of the Ways, it did seem a bit weird how it's just sort of tacked on at the end. But
Found out from Mr. TARDIS reviews that End of Time was meant to be like the final episode of the modern series. Before they thought let's do series 5 with Stephen Moffat. Like, would you like to have End of Time as the final episode, or are you happy that the show's continued?
No, I'm happy the series continued.
Same.
I
Even
find
though
that
series 6 is where.
I thought they were always going to carry on, but
That's what I thought until I found that information. I was a bit. What?
And is that reliable information? Was that actually? Because
Sure.
to be honest, I don't believe that was. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying Mr. TARDIS reviews is wrong. But
yeah, just blame. Yeah, it was him. But to be fair, in the Writer's Tale, they did offer Russell to do a 5th series. So.
Yeah, I'm reading the Writer's Tale at the minute, and they said that they did offer him a 5th. They wanted him to do a 5th series, but he just said flat out right from the start, no, I don't want to do it. It's just too much work.
You know what else? Would you be happy? And how would you imagine if Elton Pope was actually in the Stolen Earth Journey's End episode? Because that was planned.
Off.
No. Right.
Oh, yes.
You do realise you're dealing with one of the biggest Love and Monsters fans here with George and me. We've had a whole rant about this. How it's one of the best episodes
Well,
ever. Look,
to be
his
fair, I don't-
Discord name is Love and Monsters Fanboy. Like, come on.
Like, I don't know if it would work. To be fair with Elton, I feel like he's just be that person in the corner of like a party talking to no one. Like he would make no, like he's not talking to the. Sorry, I'm making no sense here. I'm lost the words. Yeah. Like, would you like Elton Pope to be in love in Journey's End?
Wouldn't
I don't know if it would really,
Book, yeah.
it would have been?
but then I've not seen that for a while.
Right,
But
please,
Love and Monsters.
please, can the next watch along be Love and Monsters? Please.
I know it's going to happen at some point. Can I just say how ingenious it is having the Meta Crisis Doctor and Rose Tyler on Parallel Earth? That's a nice resolution to that little story.
I agree.
But if Rose Tyler does come back, I will be against it, really,
Just say the
because
Doctor
that's just
died.
such a nice little resolution.
I agree. Yeah.
But we're talking over this lovely old poignant scene, aren't we?
Oh, the music
Of
here is
one
really
of the
good.
best. We've had some of the one of the best companion departures. A fate worse than death, indeed.
Is it worse than death?
Well, yeah, because she can't remember the best period of her life when she was actually relevant.
Relevant. Pacifist just said they should get Channel Pop on the tweet along for Love and Monsters. Yes, yes they should.
Yep.
And I did think it was a bit of a shame for the Doctor's wife they didn't get that little girl who designed the TARDIS in it, but
Oh yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't like Sylvie in that ending scene, where she just basically tells the Doctor to get out, like at the very end, and then later on in like end of time, she's like, "Oh, I like you. Yes, please save us."
Well,
doesn't
yeah.
the idea of having Donna in the end of time doesn't really add anything, but I'm
No.
glad they sort of kept her as a background element. But
But again, fan wank, like, did that need to happen? No.
Yeah.
well, it was nice they had Wilf. I thought Bernard Cribbins was excellent in it, so I can't complain about it too much. We couldn't have had Bernard Cribbins without Catherine Tate, but
I'm missing
Graham
something. I'm not actually watching the episode. I'm just like.
well, Graham
looking up.
Harper. Everyone's just tweeting the same thing. David Tennant is saying, "Sorry, I'm not tweeting so much, but I'm just wrapped up in the story." Ross T. Davis said something similar earlier, and Graham Harper has said it as well just now.
I'll tell you, sorry, because Willow's is talking about Love and Monsters. Something that would have been was interesting is that Peter Kay was originally meant to play Elton, and then but he read the script and said he wanted to be the Absorbaloff instead, so they instead found Mark Warren, which is interesting. Can you imagine him getting seduced by Jackie?
Yeah,
It's just been hilarious.
just
It
imagine
tastes like
him as the
chicken.
main character. Full stop.
Oh, God.
You dabble with aliens, now time to meet the genuine article. Yeah, people are saying the saddest companion exit of all. Like Rose was sad in this one, I think, and like the Green Death is pretty. Well, no, I don't know. I would have loved to have seen, like, obviously Ace's departure. It'd been done to death
can
in
we
the
just-
expanded media, but
Can we just say I watched this scene the other night, and I was just thinking how good David Tennant's performance here is
Yeah.
with this bit.
mhm.
He's the real.
I think this is the bit where Sylvia just like goes like, "Fuck off."
Well, I just love this moment. The tension is about to sort of. Because let's face it, she was a bit of a. I'm not going to say it, but
Oh,
and it's just about to kick off between them, and then Donna comes in,
yeah.
and it's really eerie. The sort of.
Hang on, Rusty Davies said Rixton from Voyage of the Damned here gets a
Yeah.
mention here.
Yeah, when she's doing fiction, Brixton.
Ah, I get it.
Oh. Apparently, Stephen Moffat and Russell will be discussing Donna's amnesia in a very special Doctor Who magazine feature coming in a fortnight.
Have they stopped doing like Doctor Who magazine like physically now, haven't they? Or
I don't know. There wasn't a next issue preview at the end of last issue, I think, because of all the uncertainty.
Hmm.
But Russell has just said it's still coming on time, but he might be wrong. And this is a lovely moment from Bernard Cribbins here at the end.
oh my god, yeah, that's a good moment actually.
With the
Oh.
with
Freemo has just said, still think Russell T Davies should play the Doctor one day. Who knows this extraterrestrial better than you?
Who?
Russell T Davies should play the Doctor, according to Freemo Agyeman.
yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Apparently,
obviously-
Susie Mayer is an old friend from Russell T Davies' student days, and she heard about this and got in touch with Russell, so that's sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, but I like this shot. This not shot, just this moment with Wilf and the Doctor. It's
Yeah,
really
it'll pass,
awesome.
everything does.
Mm.
It's an odd way to end it. But the thing is, they were going to do the what cliffhanger again with the Cybermen appearing, leading into
Oh.
the next Doctor, and that really wouldn't have
God.
worked.
No.
I mean, it worked in Voyage of the Damned and the Runaway Bride, but as a running gag, I don't think it really works.
Yeah. Bernard makes me very upset in this scene. Yep. Would you be interested in seeing Rusty Davies coming back writing for the current era?
I would, well, I'd be interested, but
I mean, I don't see what he'd had to offer, but I don't know.
It's like you write something brilliant and then you come back and it's awful and you ruin your legacy. Something like that.
Like
I
yeah.
don't think
The
it's
thing
back.
is,
Robert Sherman.
that's not always the case. Robert Holmes came back after 6 years and wrote The Caves of Androzani, and it was glorious. But
Oh, it's
yeah,
one of these.
It's risky. It's very
Yeah.
risky.
yeah,
One of these sad tenants standing in the console room after a companion departure without his jacket on moments.
See, this is just
Especially
this is the way to end it. Really, just him standing in the TARDIS, nice and simple. You don't want any Cybermen ruining it.
Yeah, they were going to do that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have
There
worked,
we
as I
go.
just said.
That was actually fun. I know I was saying it's getting a bit boring, but like in the middle part, but that was actually quite enjoyable. Didn't mind that at all.
I don't know. I was focusing more on this than actually watching it. I think
me
because I
too.
watched it so much during my youth, I kind of know it off by heart. And
Mm.
very little happens during this. I mean, it's someone said it's sort of sugary fun, but there's nothing. It's just superficial. I suppose I kind of agree with that. It's not really as. I mean, it's good.
But
I wouldn't
we've
say
been
it's.
going for 2 hours
It's a
and
big
20
part of my
minutes.
childhood, certainly, and it's not. But it's not great. But it's certainly good. And certainly, given how many characters it had to juggle. Oh, nice geeky fact. This is the last time we see that BBC Wales logo.
Oh right.
And that got 13 million viewers. That was Doctor Who at its commercial peak.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it only gets 4.
Soon be 2.
Why does everyone scream detonate the reality bomb together? I don't get it. Is that a thing?
Oh, that was something Russ T Davies said on Twitter. Everyone shout it at once.
Oh, okay, that explains it. I'm just more excited to see what the next one's going to be. Like, what do you think, George? Because we had a discussion about this earlier. What do you think the next one will be?
Next watch along.
Yeah.
I think my personal favourite episode, The Waters of Mars. I think that'd be sick. But I don't think it will be next.
Well,
I think there needs to be more.
highly guarded, but I don't think it will be the next one.
It could be a piece of Cloudy. I don't know.
I think I'd like a Chibnall era one just because, or a classic one. As well,
Oh,
so.
nobody watch it. Nobody would be watching it.
I mean, some of them are quite recent. Yeah, but. Sorry, go ahead.
Something I did suggest in the Series 12 review, and I've seen this on certain forums, that some people are saying that they're doing this because of damage control after the success of Timeless Children. Would you agree with that at all?
Doing what? Oh,
Well, the fact, yeah, this was just picking up the pieces after the Timeless Children. I was wondering if your friend agreed with that.
I doubt that, but the Doctor Who's trending now, so
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice bringing the fans together after the whole
Yeah.
disagreement.
Well, put us in a better mood. I could say that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's better.
What's your opinion on the Timeless Child? Because I don't like it at all.
Basically, we've done a video earlier in the week
Well,
talking
yeah, but
about it as part of the
very
Series
long.
12 review, and
Okay.
it hasn't got very many views, so I'd just rather people go watch that
No, but
and
Okay.
bump the
you can
numbers
watch
up.
that. But in a few words, not as bad as people say it is, but not too good. I mean, I Ascension is my least favorite. That's like the bad one.
Well, yeah. The problems are not with canon, but just the characterization of the Doctor and the fact she's so passive and
Did the doctor
nothing
just
happens.
was just scared to press the button because she was scared of dying because she just allowed the old guy to blow it up? She just ran off like a cow. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I wonder what Matthew Toffolo's thinking about this whole thing, because I remember back way in the day he made a review of the Stolen Earth and it got such a backlash he had to take it down because he hated it. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what's going on with him. Basically.
Has the episode finished now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Finished, about a minute ago. But yeah, that was that, wasn't it?
What would you guys rate it out of 10?
8.
I would say 8. Yeah.
Not as good as people say. I've just done a poll on Twitter. Someone said it was like fantastic, good, bad, or terrible, and I put good. And a lot of people said fantastic, but yeah, there's better stories in series 4.
I would just give it an 8. To be fair, it's nowhere near 10 because 10 is just perfection, and they're happy with it. But it's an 8 out of 10.
Oh, hang on. I think someone's
I
made.
do personally think Stolen Earth is better, but that's just me. I prefer first parts.
Yeah, Doctor Blue has this is about a year ago, made an edit of. What is the? Is this the actual? Hang on, just stay there one moment. This will come up on the stream on the audio. Let me just watch this quickly. Hang on. This is supposedly the alternate ending to Journey's End. The Cyberman. What? Is that real?
Send us the link.
It's got the Cybermen literally. Oh, that is stupid. I'm so glad they didn't do that, because if that is real, it's right there.
If it is real, you're gonna get copyright claimed.
Nah, it was just a few seconds of audio, but that is genuinely appalling. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I need to be reading the comments. Soon.
While you're doing that, I've got a bit of a headache and I've been staring at this for 2 hours. So if it's all right, I'm gonna leave you two.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we'll probably wrap up now. Actually, if that's fair enough.
Well, you carry on, but I'm gonna dash off now because I need to, because I
Okay,
hate you
right,
all.
fair
And
enough.
I'll
Cheers for
speak.
joining
Yeah,
us, thanks.
I would. Yeah, no worries, and I will speak to you at some point. Take care.
Yeah. See you, mate.
Take care, man.
Oh, there we go.
I actually wished I actually watched the episode.
I mean, you weren't missing out on too much.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh.
I saw the button tell me to join the call, and I couldn't resist doing that little trick because I like doing it. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Great one.
Wait, what?
And I'm back.
Oh, for God's sake.
1,
This is gonna
2,
be going on
3.
night.
4, 5.
I think he's gone for
We
it.
still live?
We are still live, yeah. I mean, should we end it now? I don't know. There's a few people watching.
Fair, you're probably dragging it on.
Yeah, I'll just read out a few things here. Soon we'll get below the Battlefield Part 1 figures. Honestly, I don't know how low those were, so sorry, pacifist. That's just a random reference. Sorry if I don't understand that. I do understand it, but like, I don't know why that's relevant. But yeah, cheers for joining everyone tonight. It was good fun. I'd like to do some more live streams soon, not just the watch-alongs. The just general sort of chill out live streams, because I'd like to do that.
Just get the whole time gang on.
I'd like to see.
Nah.
I just really interested to see what's the next one is. Really, that's what I look forward to the most.
I only watched 2 watch-alongs, Rose and Heaven Sent.
Okay.
So But to be fair, I watched Heaven Sent an hour before, so I don't really know if that counts.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even go on Twitter to see the message. It was just now, but I was actually looking at the tweets, and it's actually quite interesting. I might actually read along. Do you
Yeah,
agree with your friend Max that this is like, all these live watch longs is sort of like making fans forget about the time child,
yeah.
children, whatever it's
I
bloody
like to
called.
think so. I haven't heard much about it recently, but it's sort of bringing the fans together, isn't it? So,
Mm.
you know what? It's been good. It's been fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Make sure to subscribe to Max and George and everything. All the links will be in the description. Cheers, you lot, for tuning in. And yeah, I'll see you when the next video comes out, whenever that will be. Could do a time lapse tomorrow just to keep you entertained, but yeah. Cheers for tuning in, guys, and I will see you when I next see you. See you guys. Bye.